Is Deidre Hall in the house? Yeah, baby. Come on up here. Come on up here. Wow, we are in for such a treat. Now, you just come on down over here. Is this an amazing, beautiful woman?
Oh, my goodness. How are you?
I'm awesome.
So good to see you in person.
I know. We've met, but never in person, and we just became like sister friends.
We had a phone love affair. It's true.
We had a phone love affair. How many women in this audience have I had a love affair with?
That's how rumors get started. That's it right there.
Yeah, you have to be more careful than I do because more people know your name. Now, how many have ever seen this as Dr. Marlene on Days of Our Lives? Yeah.
Oh. I like you already.
Yes. So this is not only an amazing, amazing actress, but she's an author, and she is just compiled an incredible book, and it's about...
I didn't know we were doing all this.
We're doing cooking. I know. We love you.
It's a shameless plug, I guess. I didn't know that. It's called Deidre Hall's Kitchen Close-Up. And it's not really a cookbook, but it is, but it isn't. It's a lifestyle book. And I'll talk about it a bit in my talk. But it was an excuse for my best friend and I to travel together and write it off our taxes. So...
yeah, and most people don't have to do their own intro. So, no, she has two beautiful sons. She's a mama. She's an actress extraordinaire, and she's a dear friend. Deidre Hall. Let's give her a standing ovation.
Oh, my goodness. Am I doing this? Yeah. You cuties. Is the clock running? I was given half... Hi. I was given half an hour to talk to you, and I want to keep track of the time. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, fine. Thanks. I am Paula, gal. I just could kiss you on the mouth. You're so adorable. I was so touched to be invited to speak here today, and I know people say that, but I'm a big believer in women and women's power, and a bigger believer in women's collective power, and a bigger believer in women's collective power for a purpose. And I just think, we have to take over. So. So your Days Watchers, for those of us, people that are joining us across the country and across the world who don't know who I am, I do a job that my close friend Lynn calls working in a bubble. I work in a studio that has no light and no sound seeping in, so we produce a show every day that is literally living in a bubble where the outside world doesn't exist. And briefly, my job is to roll out of bed in the morning, brush my teeth, not brush my teeth, whatever I feel like. Go to NBC, sit in a chair where a paid professional applies my makeup, and then change chairs and a trained professional coiffs my hair, and then go into the wardrobe room where a really highly paid professional has selected 10 outfits from which I can choose mine for the day. It's already a dream, right? And then I get to go on stage, and I'm overpaid to have some gorgeous hunk make love to me all day. Now, where do I apply, right? Oh, my gosh, it's the best job in the world. Soap operas it's a soap opera, get kind of a bad rap from time to time because we just do. We all know that. Well, maybe because we deal with things like devil possession and buried alive and bionic switching of identities and that sort of thing. But, and that deserves our chuckle. But we also come into your home every single day, and that's rain or shine. And we are the people that you're watching when you're nursing your child, or when your elderly parent is not doing so well in your home, or when you're not working and you have a need to reach out to somebody who is familiar and always the same. And we're there in your home when the holiday comes around and your family didn't come around. We're there when you're in a convalescent care and nobody came today. We're there when you're in nursing care and nobody comes anymore. We are there. We're your family. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I was going to do this. I must be having my period. Oh yeah, I don't have those anymore. So I'm fiercely watching the clock. I'm so nervous. This is like when we go to the acceptance speeches and they send, shut up, get off, get off, get off. my favorite thing to talk about is women and women friendships, and I qualify for that because I was born sharing a womb. I have a twin sister. So, somebody always saying, "You're not that special, move over." And she's just the person to do it. And also even more profound because I had to share an egg. We're identical twins. So if you think that doesn't make you feel not so special in the world, I'm not sure what else would. She is a special education teacher. She is my hero in the universe. She is extraordinary, and we are as close as two people could possibly be. We laugh at the same things. We get angry at the same things. We tell the same people off, she is my hero. I adore her. And speaking of women, Alison Armstrong is a woman whose work I follow, and she has described what women are as a tribe better than anybody I've ever seen before. She talks about the days of the caveman, and if anybody knows her work, you can shout out. But our DNA, there, see? I knew you were a smart group. Our DNA hasn't changed since the days of the caveman. We're still that tribe. As women, we're still the tribe. And men and women differ in a number of ways, the good and the bad. But men are single-focused because their job is to go out and kill the food, whether it's a rabbit or a pterodactyl, whatever they had to kill in those days. And women have to run the family, run the home. So they are multitaskers, which is why they're so good at shopping. So we have to feed the children and get the grub from the meadow and make sure the fire is kept going. And, he's coming home. We have to look like something. So there's all that. But women all share that job. And the thing about being multitasking is that we're not really good at anything. We're just kind of okay at everything. And that's what keeps the tribe going. And in order to keep a tribe alive, we've had to share information. And my fantasy is that, I like that word, my fantasy is that I would say, look, Madge, I got to nurse the baby. I can't go down and get the greens for lunch. So go do that for me. So go down by the river and get the red berries right by the water. If they're turning brown, don't get them. They become poisonous. And then go a little farther up. There's a dark leafy green. You want to grab a bunch of those. On the way back, there's a tree that has a winding vine. Get some of those beans. They're really good. And get back here. And you know what she does? What does she bring back? Red berries, dark greens, and beans from the vine. Because she's our sister. If you sent a man to the market for tuna, you know this already. I love this. You know this. And the minute we say, honey, can you pick up some tuna on the way home, we're already getting nervous because we know. So he says, yeah. He's getting off the phone. He says, but first of all, don't get the albacore. It's been around too long, has too much mercury. Just get the regular old cheap tuna. Yeah, no, honey, wait. And don't get the one in oil. Get the one in water. I got it. And then you say, but don't get the bumblebee and get the one on the bottom shelf. What does he bring home? Cat food. We know it. That's what he does. And we're a wreck the whole time. Now he brings it home. We've got to say, oh, look, we're having cat food for supper. That's great. Women listen to us. They get us. They share our life experience. They love us. Alison talks about this in all of her tapes. And if you're listening from all across the world, which I'm incredibly thrilled that you are, in America, we have a show called Grey's Anatomy. And, yeah, see, the women here know. And last season, Christina got engaged. And or was it before? I don't know. But she had to run to the hospital trying to find her friend to tell her she was engaged, and she was frantic about it. You are so pretty. I'm glad I'm not speaking after you. So she's running to the hospital, and somebody finally says, "What's the big deal?" And she said, "I've got to find her and tell her first because she's my person." We know that one. I don't know if men know it. Women know their person. Paula talked about the book I wrote, Kitchen Close-Up, which is not to tell you to go out and buy it, but if you're inclined. It's on Amazon.com. Anyway, the purpose of writing the book was because my person, my best friend in the world, I say oldest friend, and she's offended by that, but we're both in our 60s, and she's past being offended. So, thanks. That's good. Gee, that never gets applause. I love this room. So we wrote the book because what we know is that the problems of the world are solved at the kitchen table. And in our loving friendship, we have solved my first divorce and her infertility, her sudden newfound ability to conceive 3 times in a row, have 3 beautiful, wonderful children, her marriage to a Vietnam vet who ultimately committed suicide, my second marriage, my second divorce, oh yeah, and a mutual friend who decided my husband was cuter than hers and took him. Her name is Linda Rodenbush. I'll just share that. Isn't it great having the microphone? And, you know, the worst part was he was my favorite husband. So, anyway, I wish them all the happiness. Oh, my gosh, my nose just grew. Anyway, so we survived that. We survived her son going to Europe and marrying a girl who wouldn't invite her to the wedding. We survived my third marriage, my third divorce. We survived. Oh, God, it goes on. And I'll just get to it. We survived my last, final, I hope, and worst marriage, and certainly worst divorce last year. And what we haven't managed to solve is how to keep me married. We think it's kind of something about the selection process that's going off the track, but hard to say. Anyway, we've had this long and adoring friendship and have seen each other through so many things, as all of us do. From year to year, day to day, moment to moment, when we're in trouble, when we need somebody to really be there to hold our hand, hold our thoughts, hold our life, it's our person. It's our friend. It's our best friend. And if the wind blows right, we will die the same moment, and it will be okay. I can't imagine living without those people. I can't imagine living without my twin sister. We talk every single day, and we talk about all the stuff, you know, all the stuff that scares us and all the stuff that makes us proud. And, you know, when I have sex, I call her. Oh, well, I call both of them. Hasn't happened for a while. But that's okay. At least I didn't get married to have sex. One of the things that is so profound to me is the greatest gift in my life was given to me by a woman who was a stranger to me. Since I was small and I used to rock my doll baby and pretend I was married to Elvis, I always knew that I wanted to be a mom. And you may have seen the movie about it. You may have heard me talk about it. I spent many years and several marriages dealing with infertility.